Hi, and welcome to my channel, All Things BBL, where I go over everything related to the BBL surgery. In today's video, I'll be giving you my 3-month update. Make sure you stay till the end for a body reveal. So I had my surgery 3 months ago on May 25th, 2021. I had my surgery with Dr. Jonathan Fisher in Miami, Florida. And, I didn't really keep track of my measurements like very diligently, but my waist is 30 inches, my hips are 43 inches, and those measurements have stayed the same since about the week 4 mark. 5'7" and I'm 169 pounds, so my weight is still staying steady at 169. And I will say, for feeling wise, like my butt, I don't have any tightness anymore in the bottom part of my butt. I have no stiffness. I'm able to lay on my back. I'm able to lay on my side. I'm actually back in the gym. I'm actually able to do butt movements like squats and lunges with no problem. I really completely feel like back to normal. So that's a good thing. And the itching also has subsided. I had major itching on the top, like the shelf part of my butt, for starting at week 6, and it ended at about week 11, and it would itch like, oh my God, like an itch like you've never ever experienced. What I found was the sweet spot to cure the itch was Dermaplast, which is like a liquid spray, and then also I would take Claritin during the day, and then at night I would take Benadryl. So I did this for maybe about a week straight when the itching was really bad, and that seemed to help tremendously. But overall, I feel great. There's no complications. The only thing that I will say, since I'm still in my faja, every day you're still aware that you've had something done, so you're constantly looking in the mirror. I'm still looking in the mirror 3 months later, comparing things, thinking that things got smaller. Some days things look bigger, or if I'm trying clothes on in my faja, my butt looks bigger, but when I take my faja off, my butt doesn't look as big. So, after 3 months, you're still aware that you had surgery. You're still focused on it. Well, I know I'm still focused on it. I actually still watch BBL videos. I don't know why, but I just like watching other people's BBL journeys. So I'm waiting for that part to go away. I want to not think about it so much. So I think first of all, I have to stop watching the BBL videos. But overall, I'm feeling great. I could get into bed, on my own. I could, even if something's high, I can lift my legs up really high, like my knees. I wasn't able to do this because the lower part of my butt was so tight. But now everything is just back to normal. But, and also another thing is that, at 3 months, my butt is still very hard. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very hard. It softens up a little bit. Like if I do, try and twerk, it moves, but it's not jiggly and soft. So when someone puts their hands on it, it just feels solid, not like a rock, but just like solid muscle. Even though I know it's not muscle because I just started going back to the gym maybe like 2 weeks ago. So that's the only part. I haven't had, as they call it, the fluff fairy, which is when your butt is supposed to drop and soften up. I haven't had that yet. But maybe that's because I haven't really sat yet. So now, as I mentioned before about sitting, I haven't been sitting. I only sit on my boppy pillow, and that's only to eat at the dining room table. Other than that, I still lay on my stomach, like when I'm watching TV. I still lay on my stomach when I'm sleeping. But I do notice when I'm sleeping now, I will wake up sometime on my side, and a lot of times I'll wake up on my back. And it feels weird waking up on my back because it feels like I'm laying on a balloon. Like I feel like if I lay on my back too long, like something's gonna pop. So it feels like you actually have like a balloon in your pants. It's a very weird feeling with the sitting. So my doctor recommended to sit at 3 weeks. So here I am 3 months later, and I'm just still trying to hold on to what fat I have left. I don't know what I have it in my head that I'm gonna mess up the results. So I'm just still, laying on my stomach. And even when I drive, I still use the boppy pillow as a backrest, and then I use the BBL pillow underneath my thighs to prop myself up. So that's probably another reason why my butt isn't softening up, is because I'm not really sitting on it, only to eat food at the dining room table. And again, that's on my boppy pillow. So that could be a reason. I think eventually I'll start feeling more comfortable to sit on it. But right now, even when I eat and I'm sitting down, after like about, I don't know, 5 minutes, it just doesn't feel comfortable. It feels like that analogy I said, like I'm sitting on a balloon, like something's gonna pop. It just doesn't feel right. And now in terms of faja, I'm still wearing my faja 23/7. My doctor did say that after 3 months, I don't have to wear my faja. But for me, I actually feel more comfortable in it. When I'm out of my faja for a few hours, or if I go to the supermarket and I take it off and I just wear a regular outfit, like my butt feels so heavy. And even though it doesn't move, my butt, when I'm walking, it does sort of like shift a bit. So it feels funny when I'm out of my faja. It just doesn't, like everything doesn't feel all sucked up and tight. So I still have a love-hate relationship with the faja, because, you know, putting it on every morning, you're still reminded that, hey, I'm recovering from something, but it's also like a comforting feeling because it keeps everything nice and tight in the butt. And of course, it keeps your waist nice and tight. So I'm gonna try and keep wearing it, like maybe, you know, some people wear it like forever. I know in a lot of Latin American countries, fajas are just used like for pregnant women to use for an indefinite period of time, just to shape and mold you. So in my opinion, it's not gonna hurt anyone to wear it longer than 3 months or whatever your doctor says. I guess it's just like up to you and how annoying you find them. I do find that, you know, at 3 months, I'm not wearing my foams anymore, nor backboards. So the faja isn't as cumbersome to wear since I don't have anything in it. So I just have my tank top and the faja on underneath it. And it's not that bad. So if you have to take it off really quick, you know, it's easier because you don't have the foam, so that's a good thing. And another thing with the faja, you know, I did get mine tailored, and getting it tailored is so much cheaper than actually buying a new faja. Like my tailor charged me $25 and it made a huge difference. So I got my faja tailored about 3 weeks ago, and I think I'm gonna go back in and get it tailored again to get it more tighter on the lower part so it can compress more on the lower part of my belly. But that's a good thing. And another thing with the faja is, you know, when you pee, I still use a funnel. I'll throw a picture in here of the funnel, but when I'm in my faja, I still use the funnel to pee, because since I don't sit down, I also use a toilet seat lifter. I'll throw a picture of the toilet seat lifter here too. So since I don't sit down for peeing or for number 2, so for peeing I use the urinal. Because if you just, for me, I find sitting on the toilet and trying to pee in your faja, you're gonna drip on your faja for some reason. Well, I haven't mastered sitting down and peeing without any pee getting on the faja. So I still squat over the toilet with my urinal, and there's no mess. This urinal that I have the picture of here it's a great urinal. It doesn't leak or anything. And then for number 2, I do have to take my faja off, but I do sit on the toilet seat lifter, which makes it super comfortable. It's sort of like a BBL pillow where you sit on your thighs, but you balance it on the toilet seat, so your butt isn't touching the toilet. And I've just gotten used to going to the bathroom this way. I don't know how long, I don't know how much longer I'll do this, but it's comfortable. I'm so used to the urinal now. It feels like second nature, and sitting down on the toilet seat lifter to go number 2 just seems like normal now. I don't even know how it would feel sitting on an actual toilet seat. So that's another thing with the faja, is you still, you know, you have to try and master peeing in your faja without peeing all over yourself. And I just didn't want to go through teaching myself how to do that and having all those accidents. And when it comes to clothing, you know, I have had to buy new clothes, like my jeans. Like your old jeans just aren't gonna fit. Well, my old jeans, especially from Fashion Nova, didn't fit. I used to wear a size 9, and I would think I have to go up to a size 13, maybe an 11 for the jeans to fit without smushing my butt. Because the old jeans, like, they get up barely over my hips, but then they smush your butt once they're up. So I would definitely suggest, if you're thinking about getting the surgery now, stop buying any new pants. Just wait until after you're healed, like the 2-month mark, to start buying pants. Now my tops, they fit much better because before I was, heavier, so a lot of my tops didn't fit right. But now they fit so nice, nothing, hangs over in the front or in the back. So don't throw away any of your skinny clothes. I was just about to, before I had the surgery, I'd throw away all my bikinis and my little crop tops, but I'm glad I didn't, because truly after the surgery, it's amazing. Your stomach will be so flat and you just won't have that bulbous stomach anymore. So all your cute little skinny girl tops will fit. So don't throw those away. And another thing with clothing is underwear. I was like in thongs and in briefs, I was a size medium, but after the surgery, I had to go up to an extra large. So if you're having the surgery, don't buy any new underwear until after, post-op 8 weeks or 4 weeks. So right now, like I'm trying to buy, new underwear, and I have to go up to extra large. So that was it's not disheartening, but it just sucks that you really do have to buy, or you have to factor in your budget that you're gonna need some new clothes. And one last thing about clothing, I still prefer dresses like this, because I could wear my faja over this without worrying it doesn't show at all with a dress like this. And it's just comfortable, you could just throw it on. More tighter fitting dresses, I have to take my faja off to wear, like when I want to look cute to go out to dinner or something. But I do still prefer dresses than leggings. Leggings still just aren't comfortable, for one, because I wear a faja, so I can't put my leggings over the faja. I mean, I can, but I'd have to buy such big leggings. So since I'm still in my faja, dresses are still the best thing. And actually I found this Fashion Nova biker short set, which is really comfortable because the shorts are a little big and they ruche, so I could still wear my faja underneath them. But for the most part, I stay in these dresses. CVS, you can't go wrong. Or you could just go to Walmart or something, or Ross, any cheap store, but just stock up on a lot of dresses. And when it comes to debating if I should get around to or not, there have been days, especially like when I'm binge watching BBL videos, where I'm all gung-ho saying, yeah, I'm gonna get another BBL, like, in a year or in 8 months. But then I start really thinking, do I want to spend an extra $10,000, say, again, so soon on another body altering surgery? So that I definitely don't want to do. But I will say, if I did get another or second round of BBL, I would like to go back to my original doctor, Dr. Jonathan Fisher. And not only because he's great, but because what I thought of, when you go to a new doctor, every doctor has different incision marks. Like some doctors actually have incisions underneath your boobs, or some doctors put more incisions in your back. And I wouldn't want to have more incisions. So I would think if I went to the same doctor, they could use the same incisions. I'm not sure if that works. I would hope that would work. But I just wouldn't want more incisions in different areas by going to a different doctor. And also, I don't have any kids yet, and I do want to have at least one kid. So I think I would wait until after I have a kid to go back. Then I definitely would go back to have a BBL and a tummy tuck if that was needed. So for now, no round 2. And so there are a few things that I do dislike at the 3-month mark. I will say my back fat. Like when I'm turning around and I twist my back, I feel like I still have like the back rolls. And I actually got an email from my doctor. They were giving me a 3-month checkup email, and I pointed that out, how I still have the back fat, and they told me to wait until 6 months because that's when the healing is completely gone. So they're chalking it up to that it's just swollen, or I don't know, that it's still healing. So I'll try and put some pictures up here where you can see how when I twist around, I still have the bra roll or the lower back fat. I've been massaging it like with a massage roller, trying to flatten it out, but I definitely think that's still pockets of fat. that I guess wasn't taken out. So that's one of the dislikes. Let me look at my notes here so I don't have to stop the video. But another dislike is the lower stomach area. I don't know if it's because my faja isn't tight enough in the lower stomach area. It still looks, it's not fat, but it's not as flat as my upper stomach. And my upper stomach and my faja in the upper part is tighter than the lower part. So that's why I have extra compression. I don't know if you can see where I use an extra waist trainer over my faja just to target the lower part until I get this faja tailored in more, because it's very loose in the lower stomach area. So that's one thing. I don't like how the lower belly looks. I'll throw a picture up in here where you can see it's just not like washboard abs flat in the lower stomach area. I do like the upper part. And then what else did I say? Oh, and then also the butt scarring. Like I have 3 scars on the top of my butt, like where the shelf is. And those you can still see. They're a little raised. I switched from Mederma to silicone scar gel because that's also what my doctor told me to do when I did mention to them how the scars on my butt weren't healing as good as the scars that are down here. So the silicone, I can't tell if the silicone scar gel is working because I've only been using it for about a week or 2. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like is the 2 scars above, or not 3, the 3 scars above my butt. They're just healing very slowly. And I also have 2 scars in the crease of my cheeks, but no one sees those unless I'm completely bent over. So I'm not worried about those. So those are the 3 cons or things that I dislike about the surgery. I definitely think he probably could have took more out of my back, but there was probably a reason why he didn't. Because he took out 3,000 cc's. In Florida, they're only allowed to take out 4,000 cc's, and he put in 1,500 cc's in each butt cheek. So there must have been a reason why he didn't take out more fat from my back. You know, I'd rather them not take out more and not get lipo burn, because I've seen like when doctors are very aggressive with the lipo where you get that super snatched look, sometimes that comes with lipo burn, which is like, I don't know, it's like a literal burn and it stays there. It's a scar on your body. So I'd rather him be not so aggressive, not get lipo burn or any other type of, you know, complication. And I'm just really gonna try and work on my diet and really just try and get back in the gym diligently, like at least 3 days a week, to try and get rid of that. And here I'll throw up a picture of before and after. The after was actually 6 days after my surgery. And this was on the 6th day when you're with Dr. Jonathan Fisher, you get your drain taken out. So these pictures were taken on day 6, right after a massage. That's why I was glistening. And then the before pictures are also from his office. So you can see a nice difference. And you could see back then how my hips seem to have been more prominent on day 6. But again, the fat from my hips definitely went away, but I don't have hip dips. But I'm still, you know, back to being very narrow. But I just figured I'd show you these pictures. And then now I will show you the body reveal. So here's my 3-month update. We'll start with the scars. I'll get closer to the camera. The 2 scars in my lower abdomen over here, those have been healing nicely. I've been using Mederma for those scars. Then I have 3 scars on the top of my butt. Those seem to be a little more stubborn. So my doctor actually said to switch from Mederma to silicone scar gel. So I've been doing that because the scars on the top of my butt are a little more raised. So they're not going down as quickly. And then the scars in my thigh area, those are still dark, so I'm gonna try and use the silicone scar gel on those. The scar in the middle of my back, the top part of my back, that one seems to be going away quickly. So we'll do a front view. Again, my hips are the same. They're measuring at 43 inches. My waist is measuring at 30 inches, so my waist hasn't gone down, but it hasn't gone up either. I do have to get back in the gym. I went to the gym a few times last week, but here's the front. And you got the side. The side is still looking nice. Still like the side. You got the back. Still not moving. So I'm at 3 months, it's not moving. A little bit. No, it's still very tight. Like that fat is really compacted in there. Right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video and leave a comment below. Let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover. And make sure you subscribe.